What's up, guys? Got something in the mail today. Mr. Postman brought me some goodies. This is the Bung King front crash bar getting ready to go on the 2020 Lowrider S. Y'all stick with me. Out of the package, just got it unwrapped. I will say this thing come with plenty of protection. It had layers and layers and layers of this foam lining here, but what you're gonna get in the box is you're gonna get the crash bar itself. You're gonna get you a new bag of shiny new Allen bolts, and you're gonna get a simple set of instructions. There's really not a whole lot to this, but I'm sure I can mess it up. Aside from that, the essentials you're gonna need is your monster of choice. Me, I'm going with the original today. You're gonna need some Loctite, you're gonna need a T45 Torx bit, and you're gonna need a ratchet with a 5/16 Allen head to fit it. But we about to dive off into this thing. You're gonna end up taking out these two Allen head bolts. Master brake cylinder, I believe, has one bolt, and on the other side, you just take off your foot controls. But let's dive off into it, see what we can't make happen. All right, guys, look, I'm gonna hit you with some truth. I'm gonna hit you with the reality of this situation. That little old ratchet that I showed y'all in the beginning that I said I was gonna take these foot controls and that master cylinder off with, that's a big old negative. Them stock bolts that's holding this stuff on, they there. Them boys up at that Harley shop ain't using no Loctite. I'm telling you, they're using Quickcrete on their stuff because that stuff ain't budging. I just about blew my back out yanking on them. I ended up having to go down to the shop and get this big breakover bar, and I'm still not sure that's gonna do it. But I can tell you this, I can tell you that before you come out here trying to yank on this stuff, you better get you a bologna sandwich in your system, and you better get you at least one or two of these in you. Because if you don't, you're gonna hurt yourself. One or two things is about to go down in this scenario here, guys. I'm either about to catch me a hernia, or I'm gonna put this crash bar on. But we about to find out which is which. All right, quick update. This is definitely the way to go. I have saved my back, I have saved my intestines, and I have saved my future. I will now be able to play with my kids and watch them grow up. Get you a big old breakover bar before you go to snatching on this stuff. Once you get it broke loose, your little old ratchet will make it happen. So I'm about to get all this stuff unbolted, and I'll come back and let you know what's going down. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, I believe I got this side done. All right, guys, just wanted to show you something. This is the exhaust side. This is the bolts that was holding the foot controls on. That's Allen head bolts. On this side, they're the torque bit. I don't know what all that's about, but that's the case. Handle with care. That's the most important thing. Is definitely don't let your stuff get scratched up. All right, this is the side where your shifter on it. You've got two plastic thread protectors right here that you're gonna have to take out. And over here on your exhaust side, you've got one that you're gonna take out because all these other ones are already ready. Anyway, one on your exhaust side, two on your shifter side. Get these things out, is shove your knife tip in there and then unscrew. These little protectors are threaded, so you do have to unthread them to get them out. But no special tool, nothing other than voila. I've been seeing everywhere that you can't do it by yourself, but that's kind of a sham. You can. I ended up holding this thing in place. I stuck a bolt in on this side, just started it, got a couple threads going to hold it in place. I'm about to jump over here to this side and get it bolted up. Now this kit is gonna come with 4 long bolts, 3 short bolts, 4 washers. I'm gonna use 2 long bolts on this side. I'm about to throw the Loctite on it and get this screwed up. The shorter bolts will be what is needed to get around your foot controls. I believe on the master cylinder side, you'll reuse the master cylinder bolt, but we'll get to that here shortly. All right, I want to show y'all something I just realized. This is the bolt that went to the master cylinder. This is the bolt that went in right here. That's gonna be too short to use now. You know how I told you on the other side, the foot controls had the same Torx bit bolt. All right, this is longer. I'm gonna reuse one of these foot control Torx bit bolts in replace of the short master cylinder bolt. Because by the time you add this bracket on, this is gonna be too short to do what you need to do. So use one of your foot control bolts in place of the master cylinder. So I've got the master cylinder started. I've just got it loose. I'm gonna end up reusing the stock foot control bolts on this side because they're longer than the ones that come in the kit. So I just threw some more Loctite on it, but I'm about to get these things bolted back up. I'm gonna just get everything snugged up until I get everything set, make sure everything's lined up, everything fits. Then I'll come back and tighten everything up. Hey guys, I did want to mention something. I told you earlier that I reuse the stock bolts that come in the foot controls on the exhaust side. I do think that you'd be fine using the ones that they sent. They are a little shorter than these, but I left these spacers out in the directions. It doesn't say whether to leave them out or to put them back in. But best I can tell, everything lines up just about as good as it did stock. So I think he'd be good using the bolts that they sent you. You have 3 short bolts that are left. On this side you have right here, this will be 1. And over here, 2, 3. One thing I am gonna do, just cause I'm a classy fella, is I'm putting them in the paint booth. I'm gonna get these things blacked out and probably gonna pull this master cylinder bolt. I'm gonna pull it, paint it, and then put it back in. After that, this thing's gonna be good to go. I'll make a little video after I get everything tightened up to show you what it looks like. But so far, this is pretty much it. Pretty easy install. Got it wrapped up. This is the Bung King front crash bar for a 2020 Lowrider S. 2 bolts in your foot controls, a bolt here which I painted, and a bolt here which I painted. And remember, this is the bolt out of the shifter side foot control. You're gonna use it to replace the bolt that was originally here for the master cylinder. 4 bolts here, and then 4 bolts on the other side. 2 here, which I painted black, and then 2 down here. Overall, it was a pretty easy install. Definitely something you could do by yourself. If you had somebody to help hold it up, it definitely would make it easier, but it's nothing that's impossible. I think it looks pretty good. The only thing I will add is that definitely get you one of these. Man, that made such a world of difference. This little ratchet wasn't never gonna touch it by itself. So you wanna get you a breakover bar, ratchet, an extension, 5/16 Allen head, I call them Allen head bits, and then a T45 Torx bit. Aside from that, some of that old Rust-Oleum paint and some Loctite. There she is. Now all I gotta do is get this bike cleaned up.